What up, lifers? What up, lifers? What up, lifers? It's Dave Life. It's Dave Life. You're watching the After Dark podcast. This is the After Dark podcast, episode number 293. After Dark, episode number 293. Holidays, men versus women. Holidays, men versus women. Specifically, how men and women prioritize and process holidays differently. How men and women process and prioritize holidays differently. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're with us tonight, man. So I want to say thank you for that. I appreciate that. Let's start this off like we always do, y'all, the right way. Heavenly Father, have your way, Lord. I pray that you would speak to your people. I pray that you would enlighten, entertain, and inform us, Lord. I pray less of me and more of you. Have your way. Forgive us of our sins that we've committed by both commission and omission. Charge to our heads and not our hearts. Help us have a great conversation, and we give you all the praise, glory, and honor in Jesus' name. Amen, amen, and amen. Yo. What up, y'all? We in the building. If you want to support Dave Life After Dark and the After Dark podcast, and if you want to support Dave Life TV, you can hit us on Venmo at Dave Life. You can hit us on Venmo at Dave Life, and you can hit us on Cash App at $ Dave Life TV. It's always pinned down below. And again, man, I want to thank you guys for joining. It's the end of the year. It's been a long year. New Year's is right around the corner. Christmas just passed, and today I thought it was appropriate to talk about holidays and how men and women prioritize holidays differently. I thought that was important. To help me do that, I got a few people that's going to come to the stage and help me out. This is the regular cast of characters, except one is an addition. He's always in the background, but today he's going to be in the foreground helping us out. Let's start with the lady of the house. This is the host of Inside the Drinker Studio. She's Latina, she's fiery, and we appreciate her. Her name is Michelle. Come on to the stage, Michelle F.
Hey. I appreciate the fiery, the Latina, the head of the house, or what? Lady of the house? Or what?
That's yeah. I mean, other than, of course, First Lady Destiny, but but you know what? You're the lady in the house tonight. So thank you, Michelle.
Hell yeah.
Hey, so look, Destiny made some Christmas cocktails.
Oh yeah.
She made it was like a Paloma, right? So I'm gonna turn it down just a touch so I can hear myself think. There it is, Dave. Right. She made it's kind of like a Paloma, but it's kind of not. She used tequila.
Okay.
She had
Okay, you're going in and out. I can't hear you.
Okay, hold on.
It's a little bit too loud, and your microphone is freaking out.
Hold on. All right, what about now?
There we go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Paloma, tequila, what else?
All right, is that better? There you go. I think my mic was proximity was kind of like the mic was trying to fall. All right, so she made somewhat of a Paloma. I say somewhat because it was tequila. Don't get me to lying. The brand is way over there in the kitchen. I'd have to go tell you the brand.
Oh no, okay.
But it was like a top shelf tequila. She added grapefruit, like sparkling grapefruit juice, right? And then she added some fresh pomegranate juice from a pomegranate.
She made it holiday friendly then.
So I've got some orange and some pomegranate muddle. It's very good. I will say this. And you know what? Shout out to everybody that loves the content that we create. Destiny and I have a new, not really new, but we have new content called Destined for Life. Y'all can check us out on YouTube. We're going to be launching that hopefully by January 1st, maybe even a little bit before. So if y'all enjoy watching Dave and Destiny, y'all can watch us on Destined for Life. It's going to be our new YouTube channel. The reason that's important is because we had these dessert glasses. You know those little tiramisus that come in a glass?
Yep.
All right. It's about a 4-ounce glass, 3-ounce glass. It's kind of big. Somehow my mom or someone told Destiny, yeah, that's a shot glass. She said, okay, I'm going to put 2 shots of tequila when I make this drink.
Is that why you said that was the strong
It's
margarita?
strong as hell, Michelle. It was strong as hell. You hear me,
Because you probably put like 4 or 5 ounces in there.
Michelle? Let's call it a 3-ounce tiramisu glass. That means it was 6 ounces of liquor. Let's call it a 4-ounce. That means it was 8 ounces of liquor.
I don't know how you're not completely drunk, passed out.
Mm. Because that's only sip number 2. That's why. But the other night, the night before Christmas, when we all had these cocktails, all of us we passed out. We were all were on the couch, knocked out, getting a good sleep. Like good sleep. I think I fell asleep right here in my podcast chair. I was like,
oh my God.
yeah.
I didn't even get drunk in Christmas. Like,
what happened? Look, my mom came by, flew in from Atlanta. My brother drove down to see us, so it was all 4 of us in here.
So I gotta tell you what Juan was doing.
Wait, before you tell me.
We were at his cousin's because he has a cousin here in Mesa. So we went to his house and we took some tequila, and they had tequila and a bunch of beers, and we got a little Dos Equis keg. That was really cool. I think he was a little bit into the tequila, like a little bit too much, because he grabbed his little mug and he's just like pouring it in there. And I'm like, what are you
doing? Hey, look, I was going to say, before you tell us about Juan, I heard Juan is in the building. So come on up to the stage. Juan, what's up, Juan?
In my defense, I don't remember.
He said you don't remember.
No, I do remember.
That's your defense?
No, it's a bad defense. I do remember.
He doesn't remember coming back home. I had to drive.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Did y'all have a nice Christmas?
It was a good Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah. We spent it with family. We haven't spent Christmas with family in years, so it was nice, actually. Yeah.
Well, Juan, I appreciate you for joining. Michelle, say something for me, Michelle. I'm going to adjust your mic a little.
What's up? Hello.
Hello. Okay. All right. So I raised Juan's level, brought your level down to middle. So I think we should be good. Y'all can hear me clearly?
I can hear you fine.
Okay. Boom. Okay. I can hear you better, Juan. All right. Cool. So Juan is stepping in. It's a special day whenever Juan joins us. We may have other lifers joining. Let me see. Somebody sent me a message.
Let's see, Ms. Rain. Come on. Yvette, any of us?
Hold on. Rain is trying to join now. Let me resend her the link. So Rain's gonna join. Let's see. Yvette said she has to pack. She's got she's going out of town tomorrow, so Yvette is going to pack. And Estevan has a house call. He said he may be able to make it later, but he'll try. All right. So while we wait on Rain, the topic tonight, you guys, I'm glad I have a married couple on. Topic is
that is so interesting.
Holidays, men versus women. How men and women prioritize and process holidays differently. How men and women prioritize and process holidays differently. This topic was sent to me by Rain. She said, "Hey, Dave, this might be a good topic." So I said, "All right." And I looked at it and I said, "You know what? It's just after Christmas. New Year's is right around the corner. So this will be great." And I also want to say this, I may try to do like a year-end review of the year. It's a lot of clips. We're officially, you guys, I had lost track. Hold on. Is that? Okay. I had lost track. Uh-oh. Did you hear that? Y'all didn't hear the little beep? Okay. I heard. Okay. So it's in my ear. So someone is in the green room. Someone's just joined. I heard a little beep.
There you go. I see her.
Okay, you gotta wave at me when you're ready. You got your camera right, got your light right. Oh, I see her adjusting her camera. So when you're done adjusting, just wave at me. All right, Rain is in the green room. She'll be here in a second. So this is a topic that Rain suggested, and I said, all right, let's talk about it. How men and women prioritize holidays differently. And the reason why does that say how men versus women prioritize? I gotta get my whole thing right, y'all. Hold on. Let me fix that.
This is why we record and then you edit.
Well, The people won't know it when they see this. They'll just think it's live. All right. There it is. Okay. And you know what? And I'm not going to take that out. I'm going to leave it just so everybody knows that this is real time. All right. How men and women prioritize holidays differently. The reason that topic was chosen is because of the holidays. And I looked at how, my mom, my wife, they look at the holidays and think about, well, who's cooking what's going to be on the menu. Did you go to the store yet? Are we exchanging gifts this year or not? If we are we doing big gifts? Are we just gonna do like small gifts? Like all that stuff is discussed. All I care about is, do I have to go to work, and who's playing football that day, and when is dinner done? I don't. I hate to say it. I don't care about none of that other stuff. I mean, I care, of course, but it's just not necessarily a priority. Okay, I think she's ready. Come on up to the stage. Your friend and ours, Ocean's Rain. Oh, she was ready. Rain, I'm about to add you. We're gonna be looking at whatever's on your shirt.
The Go Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks. Okay. All right. Go Bucks. How the Bucks doing this year?
We are doing good. We're going to come back. We're gonna win against the Panthers. Then we're gonna win one more game and get that spot, and we're gonna take the playoffs. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, lifers. Hello, host. Hi, Dave.
What's up? What's up? Do you notice anything different today, you guys? I need to ask the three of you. Do you notice anything different about my screen?
Yes, it's a little gray in the back, and blue is not in there.
Yeah, blue's not here. Okay.
You're painting.
You do see the sculpture and the lights, but you also see the rest of the wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got a white screen now.
There you go, Michelle. Widescreen. Widescreen. So I went back and reviewed some of the videos on YouTube on a big screen TV. And my other camera is I'm not gonna give y'all all the sauce for people that's trying to like clock my camera. Not y'all, but the followers. It was all like this.
Yeah, you were all up in there.
I stayed close to the camera because of the millimeters of the lens. And I did that because number one, I was trying out a camera. Number two, I like my background to be cropped. I don't like my background to be, I like it to look like this. Mm-hmm. So because my sculpture didn't take up the entire wall, right? I just kept the camera that focused on the sculpture. But because it was such a higher millimeter lens, I was all like this. I look like somebody from the 90s videos, all up in the video dancing. So I had to, I went and changed my camera. I changed my camera now to lower millimeters. I'll just leave it at that. Matter of fact, I'll tell y'all, this is a 16 millimeter lens, if y'all must know. It's good for podcasting because you can get close, but still be far away.
Yep.
Well, Michelle has a great background, and he has a great background. I'll get my background right sooner or later, guys. So,
you know what? You're good, Rain, and your audio is good today. I don't hear any distortion. Your audio is great.
Okay, thank you.
By the way, Michelle. By the way, Rain, I don't know if you've met Juan. This is Michelle's husband, Juan.
Juan, I heard so much about you.
So, just so you know, like talking about the holidays, this is Michelle's decoration for like.
I love it, Michelle.
The little tree over there and like Christmas lights. So
it looks nice.
Nice.
Our view looks out to a freeway, so people driving by get to see our tree. That's kind
okay.
Yeah, he's showing up to the whole freeway of Tempe.
Yeah,
I like it.
Nothing wrong with it.
I'm like, that those apartments, that tree is my tree, and they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah.
So Juan, I have to ask you a question, and Michelle, do you leave everything up through Three Kings and then you take it down, or do you leave it up? Yeah. Okay. Me too.
Yeah, we gotta have the rosca and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Translate for a non-Latino. What is Three Kings and what is rosa? What?
Rosca.
Rosca.
is the ¿cómo se llama? The king.
It's like the
or
king.
whatever they call it.
It's sort of like the ones that brought the frankincense and the myrrh, the three wise men.
Three wise men.
Yeah, like,
it's similar to the three wise men.
So when is you said do you keep the decorations up through the three kings? What is that a day or a week?
It's a Catholic thing. It's a Mexican Catholic thing because in Mexico, if you go all the way to the south, kids don't get presents from Santa. They get the presents on the 6th of January by the three kings usually. Now it's very Americanized, but and then on that day you get this like Mexican bread rosca, which is just like a wreath, but it's made of bread and it has candy and stuff in it. And then it has usually a little baby Jesus inside. And when you cut it, you get the baby Jesus. Then you have to make the tamales for another date. That's February 2nd. And it's another holiday that we have.
It's like Virgin's Day of like Candelaria.
La Candelaria.
It's a different Virgin that we believe because we're Mexicans.
And Puerto Ricans do it too, and Cubans. Everyone does a little bit different. Yeah.
New Orleans does something similar too with the king bread that they have. They just use the colors instead, but it's the same dates also. So
exactly.
And the bread wreath is called the rosca.
Yeah.
Rosca, which means round.
It means round.
Yeah. It's like that's why I kind of translated like a wreath because it's round all the way.
Now, can you eat it? Oh, that's right. Because now is it just for the kids? Is it just for the kids or is it for everybody to eat?
No, it's for the whole family.
Oh wow! So everybody eats the rosca, and then if they find the baby Jesus, they have to make tamales on February 2nd, which is Virgin's Day.
Yeah, like it's called Dia de la Candelaria.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I'm listening. I'm learning. I'm seeing what's up. Okay.
It's fun.
Oh wow! Hold on, Juan. Keep that right there. I wanna maximize that one, Juan. Okay.
Damn, that is a very expensive rosca. $40.
Rosca de Reyes.
Hell no.
I'm paying $20 for mine this year.
Okay, Rosca de Reyes.
You can get it at Walmart.
Okay. All right. Hey, man, that's what's up. Learning something about Latin culture. That's what's up, man. Look, we got the what is it? How do you say the three kings?
Tres Reyes Magos.
Tres Reyes Magos.
Magos?
Yeah, we call them wizards too.
Yeah, they call it that.
Tres Reyes Magos.
Is not accurate.
Okay, so Reyes Magos is like a wizard?
Yeah, Mago is like a magician, literally.
Magician. And what is Reyes? What is Reyes?
Reyes Kings.
Oh, Wizard Kings. Okay, the three Wizard Kings. I'm not, hey man, I'm not mad at it. Look, I'm learning about the Tres Reyes Magos. Did I say it right? Damn it, Magos. Okay, I'm learning about the Tres Reyes Magos from my Tres Latinos in the house. So shout out to listen. Hey, Michelle. Who said this was a black podcast?
Well, okay, we needed more people like me.
Listen, After Dark is a diverse podcast. Okay, so let's kill that rumor right there. All right, you guys. So today I want to discuss something that I think is going to be interesting. And you know what? Hold on, Michelle. Y'all talk. Someone, you know what? How about this? Since Juan isn't on here that often, Juan, while I plug in my power so I don't lose power like I did 2 shows ago.
Oh yeah, no.
Remember that, Juan? Since you're the guest here, but not really because you've been here before. Juan, tell us, give us an idea of, and Michelle, don't bully your husband. We already know about conversation bullies. Okay, so y'all go back and watch the episode on conversation bullies if y'all missed it. Juan, tell us with no fear of retaliation from your wife.
Look, I'm muting.
Oh, she muted herself. Okay, cool. Tell us while I plug in my phone, how do you feel about the holidays? Like how do you prioritize holidays? What's important to you? What do you like to do? Not what your wife wants you to do. You're the only other man on the channel, so we got to represent. How do you prioritize holidays, Juan?
One of the things for for me is growing up, I never really celebrated holidays with my family. So it was all about work, and we never really did anything special for the holidays. So when I met Michelle, she likes the holidays. She likes to do some things on the holidays that I had no real knowledge of. I didn't do anything like whatever is considered like the manly thing, like watching football or whatever. We didn't do. My parents had some businesses that you had to work through the holidays, every single holiday, because it was about catering. So basically, when everybody was celebrating, we were working, and I didn't know how to celebrate holidays. So in reality, I realized when I met Michelle, I realized I kind of like to celebrate holidays, right? Like I like to do something, create a tradition. So for me, it was really cool to kind of start our own tradition. Maybe
Okay.
50 years ago, you were telling me about like, Christmas lights on the windows. I was like, why? It's only like a month. Like, why are we wasting the time for it? Right? But right now, it feels like we made it ours in a way. So,
Okay.
it's kind of nice. Like I learned about the holidays through Michelle, but I
Hmm.
really have to be open to it.
Okay. All right. So if I heard you correctly, you said that you said before you met Michelle, you really didn't celebrate the holidays. Your family did a lot of businesses, and you worked, and it wasn't that big of a deal. And you weren't Americanized, where you were looking at NFL football. Did you look at
Yeah.
soccer? In the
No, it
picture
was,
here, the man he has a soccer ball and a beer in
I
his
know.
hand. Did you care much about soccer?
I did care about soccer, but not through the holidays. For me, holidays meant work.
Okay.
So,
All right. That's fair.
still, maybe on that picture you see the man caring about something totally not related to the holidays.
Right.
I can relate to that, not necessarily for something that I like to do, but it was a tradition that we had that meant work, not
Men
do
work.
anything like necessarily holiday related.
Okay.
So, you know, and coming into a new relationship like with Michelle, um, Ray was not used to the holidays. Like, and every single holidays, like even birthdays. That was something,
Mm.
that I had to learn.
Okay. All right. Rain, let's go around the room. Michelle, you're gonna go last.
Mm. First of all, I have to say I love that. I love that, that Juan said that he was able to learn from his wife a little bit more of the meaning of it. And when he invested the time to understand, he got a better meaning and he actually it showed from his heart. But for me, growing up in a Cuban family, and we would watch the women do the cooking and do the decorations, and the men would watch, soccer or watch football, and they would just celebrate. But their thinking and mindsets are different than ours. Like, we're more concerned about getting the gifts, getting the children. Did we get this? And how many people are coming? And the men are just like, okay, we want to eat, get this done so we can watch TV. The more Americanized, and that's the
Right.
way it goes. And it's just like the way that we think about it now, I'm seeing it's like it's a lot broken. So we have to sort of reinvest or reinvent the tradition of bringing it back, because it is a place, and it's things, the smaller things like this, that make the bigger picture build.
Mm.
And that's why I really wanted to talk about, like, holidays versus things. Even like how Juan was saying about birthdays. Even, I have a friend, he's like, I'm not big on birthdays or holidays. And I'll tell you, we do bigger celebrations when it's just a normal day than when it's a holiday for
Big.
him.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean, but you and your friend on certain days, what makes a day celebratory, versus a holiday? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we got a promotion, something great happened in the family, or like what would make a day a celebration bigger than a holiday celebration?
Like for example, like he likes 4th of July. He's a Marine. He loves 4th of July, right? And he celebrates 4th of July, and he loves Memorial Day. That's his big days. For me, I'm the type that like I'm not so. I believe that we were on your show. You know, there's so many different topics that we can all comment on. Even our viewers, like Michelle, may enjoy. Listening to something different, right? But for me, one of my biggest holidays, it's not Valentine's Day. It's not even my birthday. I love New Year's Eve. I'm a New Year's Eve. And I think that when you bring in New Year's Eve with your person, and when you bring in New Year's Eve, it's like you're celebrating the wins of the year. You're celebrating what has gone on throughout the year, what the loss is. Like for us, we went through 2 hurricanes back to back, lost everything, most people living on the water. And then you look at the wins, or you look at, how many people passed away in your family and how many people are still here. You look at your children, or you look at your family, or your fur babies, and how many things you've went through or you have gotten through, even in your own testament, in your relationships. And then you celebrate those wins, and you're like looking at, let's go into next year, and you're able to do it. And I think New Year's is the best time. And sometimes men are like, it's just another day for me. Tomorrow will be the 2025. But for me, I think that like you really should look into the bigger scope of things, like the vision board. So that's why I think it's important that we share New Year's Eve with the perfect people, because bringing it in and celebrating it right. And like for a lot of my family, we spend it bringing it in church, like night watch. And some parts of my family, we do night watch, and some men or some people, they're like, what is that? They don't understand it. But that's one of the things where I'm guilty of. Like I go, and then there's time I feel so bad because the rule was in my house at midnight, everyone hits to their knees and pray.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about watch night service. That you still in my thunder. So let me give it to Michelle. All right, Michelle. How are holidays important to you? And Juan, don't let Juan bully you. You just speak freely.
No, you know what? Holidays when I was growing up as a child, they were fun. It was like the whole family, cousins, a ton of gifts under the tree. Very Americanized, even though we're in Mexico. But then, I mean, things change relatively. My mom was a single mother. My dad was in Chicago. And it kind of got weird to a point where it felt forced to me, actually. It got to the point where it was a little bit forced because like, oh, we have to celebrate. We have to do something. And even though I enjoyed it and everybody got gifts and like we got together and we had fun, it to me has been a mental fight because I want to do it in a way that like I kind of want to relive the past when it was fun and just like a lot of people, but I can't do that. So it's like we've been creating our own little traditions, me and Juan together, because it's just the 2 of us. So I think we've been just learning every year. Like this year we got family in Mesa, Juan's family, and we got together and it was fun. And actually we didn't even focus on the gifts. Like, yeah, we took gifts, they had gifts, and it was great, but it wasn't about the gifts. And I think that's one big difference that my family used to do. It would make it about the gifts and make it about the dinner and make it about this and that. And I think that it was very different. So I think that we're learning a little bit. We've been evolving. So it's not like a set Christmas time that we have to celebrate it, in our family. Yeah. Kind of weird, huh?
No. Not at all. It's not weird at all. Rain, you wanted to say something?
No, I was gonna say I like what she said. It's really not about the gifts. It's about, the tradition of what each individual family brings. Like we would sing Christmas carols and we would start singing like some of the songs that we like. Even we'd go into old school Michael Jackson or the Motown, and we'd sing, when someone's passed away, we'd sing a song that they like just to celebrate them. And it was just about the life and the love of living, like the day that, just representing that. And if that's what it, and it's, you're absolutely right. Some people get so caught up in gifts, and then they're done and they think, who's bringing the bigger gift? But I feel like, who's bringing the bigger heart to the table?
Well, Rain, you brought up something that's important. Watch night service. Okay. Watch night service, for me, watch night was the day that I learned in church that we look for the returning of Jesus, the potential that he could come back. And you always wanted to bring the new year in praying and looking for God to do new things, old things pass away, cross over into the new year praying. That was like the big deal for watch night service. And it was the root was in, the Lord could return at any moment. So you always want to be watching and praying, watch night. Now, what you guys may not know is, well, let me just ask, what was the first holiday? What was the first holiday ever celebrated?
The first holiday ever celebrated?
In the entire world?
Yeah. Because I put it into not ChatGPT, but another AI service that I subscribe to. And I asked, what was the first holiday ever celebrated? And I want y'all to guess.
Maybe like
the sun rising.
Were like, oh my God, the sun's rising. What the heck?
Okay, that would be an everyday holiday.
I would say the first holiday that was ever celebrated, I'm going to say Easter.
Okay, Easter. That's the what is that? The spring equinox, the first day of spring, Easter. All right. What would you say, Michelle?
I have no idea. I actually never thought of that.
This is fun fact.
I'm thinking about more like a pagan thing, not necessarily a Christian or any religious, just pagan.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of want to say spring or.
All right, so we got spring equinox. We got Easter, which is the same thing, and we have sun rising, something with the sun. Great answers. Let's see. All right, now look, I know this is an eye test, so I'm gonna try to zoom in, and then I'll just read it. Okay, so I know it's kind of dark here.
New Year?
All right, the celebration of New Year is widely considered the oldest holiday in recorded history. The ancient traditions date back over 4,000 years to the time of the Babylonians, around 2000 BCE. The Babylonians were the first to hold recorded celebrations in honor of the new year. Although their new year began with the first visible crescent moon after the spring equinox. So here y'all were close though, because we're dealing with spring equinox. Falling in late March. Their New Year festival, called Akitu, lasts for 11 days and was the most significant observance of the year. It's important to note. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it was like April 14-ish. Kind of like
Yep.
Time frame. I'm just thinking, like doing math in my head.
It's important to note that January 1st did not become the official start of the new year until much later. In 46 BCE, which is almost 2,000 years later, when Julius Caesar established the Julian calendar. This was briefly abolished by the early Christians in 567 CE. It was finally restored with the adoption of the Gregorian calendar in the late 16th century. While the New Year celebrations are considered the oldest holiday, it's worth mentioning that other ancient observances, such as winter solstice celebrations, have been practiced for thousands of years. However, the New Year celebration stands out as the most widely recognized and longest running holiday tradition in human history.
That is so interesting.
Boom.
I like that, Dave.
New Year's. Shout out to New Year's.
4 days away from New Year's.
We are 4 days away from New Year's. And Juan, you just spoiled it because this will air this will air like the night before. So, but
yeah, more like 4 hours.
Okay.
One.
More like 4 hours.
We're 4 hours away from New Year. Yeah, exactly.
Now people know that this is recorded early, but it's recorded early because of the holidays. Everybody got stuff to do. So thank all of you for joining tonight, by the way, and shout out to those that tried but couldn't make it. I appreciate everybody's efforts. Now, guess what? I have another take on something. Let me make sure I find it. Guess what, y'all? There's another holiday we talked about watch night service, like at the church, right? Guess what? I looked up when did watch night service start? And who started it? So I'll ask the group, who's more likely to start a religious observance tradition? And I'm going to ask, would it be Africans, Europeans, Latinos, Native, like Native American, or possibly Asian, or possibly East Indian? What group might be most likely to start a church religious tradition related to the Lord's return?
I want to say Mexicans. Why not?
I'll say
Any
Italians,
excuse for us to party.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it might have had something to do with liquor. It might not. I don't know.
Honestly, I want to say. Oh, go, Michelle. Go ahead, Michelle.
No, you. I was just grabbing my not talking about liquor.
Right, as we raise our glasses, right? So shout out to the people that drink.
Yeah, I drink too, but not right now. So yeah, I mean, I think Native Indians. I want to say
like Native American.
Native Americans or the East Indians, but I'm sort of partial to it. I want to say that or borderline like African Americans because they also had their traditions as well. So
yep.
One. So I have to choose one day.
Well, let's see what Juan says.
I feel like Latin, but not necessarily Hispanic Latin, more like Italians, because my grandfather used to do night watch too, but it's the Catholic version, and it's been like brought to Mexico from Spain, but it was really an Italian tradition back in the day. So so it was like night watch. I'll say it has at least 1,000 years of tradition.
Hold on.
So
we got a visitor. You gonna join us?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, are you looking at the cat? Because I'm looking at our cat. She's moving over.
Come on.
Here, sleeping.
Come on. Oh,
come say hi.
Come on. He gonna jump up here. He does it every dang on show.
Yeah, and every time he does it, you yell at him. So you're kind of inciting it, and then you're gonna yell at him.
Well,
and
at this point,
at
this point, he does it. In fact, who turned my light on? Blue, did you? Okay, here comes. Okay, no.
He likes the heat. Blue likes the heat.
Yeah, cats love the heat.
My wife and my mom are coming back in from shopping. All right. So Blue will probably jump up behind me. What he started doing lately, you guys, he jumps up behind me. He don't just sit there. He now reaches over and starts clawing at me like, are you going to pet me? So that's what Blue does. That's what Blue does. All right.
Every single shirt that I own, Dave, it has
tiny holes,
claw marks, tiny holes in my back
from the cat.
My two cats, yeah.
That's what's up. All right, y'all. So here's the answer. The origins are in Europe. The earliest recorded watch night services can be tracked back to 1733 in the Moravian communities of what is now the Czech Republic.
Oh, Czech Republic.
Wow. These services were characterized by gatherings for prayer that could last well into the night or even overnight. All right. That's in 1733. In 1740, John Wesley, the founder of Methodism, adopted the watch night tradition from the Moravians. Wesley first celebrated a covenant renewal as the watch night service in 1755. Boom. So he called it watch night service in 1755. He saw these services as a godly alternative to the drunken revelry. Man, now I feel bad.
No, come on.
We're not a revelry.
As the drunken revelry common in Britain on New Year's Eve. So the Brits was getting drunk, and John Wesley said, hey, man, we need to bring this back to church. All right, Wesley reported that these services were attended by hundreds who found them a time of remarkable blessing. Oh, here we go. African American tradition. The watch night service gained additional significance in African American history on December 31st, 1862. On this night, also known as Freedom's Eve, many enslaved and free African Americans gathered in churches and homes to await the news of the Emancipation Proclamation taking effect. This event added a powerful layer of meaning to the watch night tradition in Black churches across America. Just real quick, evolution and continuation. Over time, the practice of holding watch night services on the New Year's Eve became common throughout various Christian denominations. In Methodist churches, these churches evolved to include singing, spontaneous prayers, testimonials, scripture readings, and Holy Communion. Today, watch night services continue to be an important tradition in many churches, particularly in African American communities. They serve as a time for reflection on the past year, anticipation of the new year, and remembrance of the historical significance of freedom and emancipation. Now that's a detailed description that I didn't know about. Shout out to that. That's deep. I didn't know all of that.
That is so interesting because
It is.
I grew up Catholic, and my grandfather used to do night watch. It was like they did 52 services a year, culminating on New Year's. So they kept night watch, like every week people rotated, and then everybody that did night watch, they did the New Year's thing that they never went or anything, but they hold it at the end of the year. And honestly, I thought it was a Catholic tradition.
Mm,
So it is interesting to know that another denominations also follow a similar tradition too.
that
I
is.
wonder I wonder if like back in 1750, whatever date it was, kind of like sit through like all the Christian denominations, and everybody has their own little tradition, kind of like modify a little bit.
Yeah, and it's interesting though that it started in the Czech Republic.
I know. I thought
I
it was
would have
maybe
thought
Latin or something.
yeah, it would have been an American type thing, but man, the Czech Republic. So very interesting. Or a Latin thing for that matter, right? Very, very interesting. All right, so let's get back to our topic here. Well, how men and women prioritize holidays differently. I want to show you guys a couple of clips. Now, the first clip, go back. See, I gotta watch TikTok because it starts moving. Pause. All right, cool. All right. Now the first clip, it's a funny clip, and I'm gonna show this because this is an example of how some of us men can tend to move. All right, cool. I got it. I had to cue it up, y'all. Let me show y'all this. Boom. All right, so this is a funny clip that shows kind of how men can behave. I didn't get into it. Let me tell y'all my spiel. For me, you guys, holidays were really about cooking. My mom, my aunts, my grandmother would cook. It was a tradition in the house that the ladies would cook a nice dinner for us. And for everyone, not for the men, but for everyone, the whole family. And as a kid, of course, it was centered around Santa Claus. Christmas was Santa Claus, right? And I couldn't wait to see what the toys were going to be. But what I remember most on Christmas was listening to old songs, usually old Motown songs like Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Someday in Christmas, the Christmas song by Nat King Cole was an absolute tradition, right? And then when we bought the Christmas song, the album by Nat King Cole, Old Tannenbaum, I got a kick out of how he sang in German. I love that. Y'all got to go listen to that. So we would listen to old songs. Of course, Silent Night by the Temptations, my mom's favorite group. By the Temptations, you can't. And it's not. That's the only version of the Temptations that we of Silent Night that we recognize is the one by the Temptations in Black households. Okay. In my mind, all that. Yeah, y'all gotta go listen to it. Yeah, it's classic. So I remember on Christmas, my mom and my dad putting the tree together. If the tree wasn't fully together, they were putting it together, or they were wrapping gifts. But it was some sort of tree adornment, some sort of gift wrapping, and some sort of listening to old school Motown hits when I was a kid in Chicago. If we went over somebody else's house in the family, it was the same thing. You listening to Motown, gifts are being wrapped. And it was, what's funny, it was always these small trinket type gifts. And then they would put us to bed early. And then we would wake up and Santa Claus would have brought all these huge toy gifts, like out of nowhere. And we were always like, yo, man, Santa Claus would be coming at night. I remember me and my brother, tried to stay up one night and we were looking for Santa Claus. My brother saw a plane in the air and he thought it was Santa Claus.
Oh.
He's like, Santa Claus is here. I'm telling you, he's on the roof. And so my mom and dad thought I was asleep. And so we went out into the living room and we saw my mom and my dad putting gifts under the, like in the middle of putting gifts. And we were like, is that Santa Claus? They were like, go to bed. Go back to bed. No, Santa Claus not here yet. Go back. Did he get the milk and cookies? Go to bed. So they sent us to bed. And I remember we saw a US1 trucking racing set. US1 trucking. I saw them messing with it. And the next morning, Santa Claus had gotten us a US trucking racing set. And my brother suspected, he said, Mommy and Daddy is Santa Claus.
Mm.
And I was like, no, they not. Santa Claus is real. I said, no, Mommy and Daddy is Santa Claus.
To believe it.
So the following year, my brother decided to go on a trek. My brother decided to go through all of the rooms in the house. He found my mom and dad's closet, jumped up in the closet, and he found toys. A boatload of toys. He found like an Erector set, some Tonka toys, some G.I. Joes. He found it all. And the next, couple of days later when Christmas came, we had those same exact toys. And he said, I told you Mommy and Daddy was Santa Claus. Mm-hmm. I still didn't want to believe it. I don't believe it to this day. I don't know.
I have a question.
You have a question?
Yeah, I do. So okay. In some traditional families, not just African Americans, but I do know that when the tree gets put up, and still to this day, Michelle, do you guys and Dave, do you do this in your home, or have you heard of this before, where the topper, you were talking about decorating, the man is the one that actually would put the topper on the tree in the home, or whatever it is, if it's a star or whatever it is, or it would be in most homes, it's the man would put the topper. The tree could get done with the kids, but the man would be the one that tops the tree. Has anyone ever heard of that? Because that's what our family, how we did it.
No, in my family, it was always like I wanted to put it. They would let me. And now I'm too lazy to get on the little.
You as the little girl, you wanted to put the topper, not your parents.
Yeah, it was me. But now it's Juan, because, like I said, I'm too lazy to go on the stool, and I'm like, Juan, can you do this?
Juan?
I heard of kids usually in Mexico, like they.
Yeah.
Oh wow, kids.
I don't know if it is necessarily a tradition or just easier.
Okay.
It's very common. It's very common for the kids to be the ones putting the top.
Okay. When I was a kid, my dad did it. From what I remember, like my mom and dad divorced when I was 10. So for the first 10 years of my life, I remember my father doing it. Of course, my mom, as a single mom, she did it, right? And we were just too little to get up there, and so and my father wasn't there to pick us up anymore, so it was going to be my mom. I do, but you know what though? I do know families where the man has done it. I do. I've seen that before. It's our first Christmas married, and we didn't get a tree just because, money, time. We just moved from New Jersey, so and I like a real tree. My wife is used to a fake tree because of the environment, and so I just said, you know what? Let's not do a tree this year. Let's just exchange gifts and be here as a family. Now, next year, when we had time to plan and figure it out, I'm going to push for a real tree because that's what I grew up on. But damn, I hate sweeping up them pine needles. I hate that, man. I hate that part. So
you want to do that with a cat?
That's what I was gonna say. How is Blue gonna do with it? Michelle, how does your cat handle it?
Oh, mine is a fake tree with shatterproof ornaments.
So your cat knows already, like, oh, I'm done trying.
They get curious. They've never done anything like that, but I mean, I have the sprayer.
Just in case.
I need to get a sprayer because Blue has been jumping up on the counter, like yo.
Yeah, you better train him if you want to have a tree.
I've had to yell at Blue, like, hey, get your butt off the counter. And one time I jumped up there because we had the turkey and it was covered. We covered it with a towel to make sure, while we were eating, he wasn't messing with it. But after we ate, we got the itis. If y'all don't know what the itis is, that's a cultural thing. Y'all can look that up. But it's basically when your body produces too much insulin and it puts you in a carb coma. So I fell asleep in a carb coma, and my mind was like, look at the counter. And when I looked up, Blue had just jumped up there and was trying to nip at the like scraps of meat. I said, get off there, Blue. He looked at me, jumped down. I woke everybody up because all of us were kind of like falling asleep. And so Destiny was like, you yelling at my baby. I'm like, yeah, because he up here trying to eat human food. So I said, all right, cool. Cool. You want some turkey? I took off a piece of turkey, gave him the turkey, and the finicky joker didn't even eat it. He turned his nose up at it. So I'm like, Blue, it's on his terms. And that's what she said. He wants to hunt his prey. I'm like, well, he need to find somewhere else to eat then, because we're providing, grade A turkey, man. and I gave him turkey giblets and turkey neck. He didn't want that. He turned his nose up at it. I was mad at Blue.
That is one of our cats.
Cats. I was mad at Blue. All right, so let's look at some of these clips, you guys. One thing I want to share here is a funny clip about men, right? I didn't finish my story about the holidays. I do remember football being on, right? And the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions play every Thanksgiving. It's like a tradition. The Lions play, and there are times when the Lions would play the Bears. So I would check out the Bears on Thanksgiving if they were playing the Lions. On Christmas, in Chicago, you might catch a local game because the Bears are one of the first NFL teams, like the Packers, right? So I would often catch the Bears during the holidays. When the Bears won the Super Bowl in '85, we got a chance to watch them play, during February, not too long before Valentine's Day. So I've always associated football specifically with holiday sports. Basketball too, because the Bulls would play on Christmas Day, right? So I would get a chance to watch Michael Jordan play on Christmas Day, because once the NBA got super popular, they definitely had basketball on nationally on Christmas Day. So I got used to seeing some of those things. So the idea of men watching sports on a holiday, that's not foreign to me, right? I'm kind of used to seeing that. So let me rewind this clip and let me show you guys this clip. This is a clip of a man and what he did on Christmas. Men and women at Christmas time. This is October 1st. And this is a man. Now, I guess he's playing his wife because he has a wig on. So I guess he's saying this is what women do on October 1st. And then look at what men do on later in the month.
The shopping done. Literally got everyone's presents. I hope you're actually going to get yours done this year and not leave it till last minute like you do every time. No, I'm definitely getting it done this year. You watch, by next week, I'll have it all done, all finished, wrapped and everything.
December 24th.
What date is it? December 24th. Oh, fucking shop shut in 20 minutes. Oh.
Oh my God.
Big again.
So that's how they portray us, guys. One, they portray us as waiting to the last minute. The store was closing. He said the shop was closing in 20 minutes. And now his wife finished all of her shopping on October 1st. And here it is 20 minutes before stores close. He's like, oh God, let me run out. So Juan, since you're the only other man on the panel, how true is that? Is there any truth to men waiting to the last minute, Juan? And have you been guilty of doing that?
Such bad acting, but yeah, I see the point. I am not too. Yeah, I don't agree necessarily with that. I am new at gift giving. Same thing. Family wasn't big, doing gifts didn't really mean anything back to us back then. Or
Okay.
it meant really little. So learning how to give gifts it's a skill, and I am not good just yet, but I like to prepare. You know,
Okay.
I try, I try, and I am last minute shopper, but not 1 or 2 days before, right? Like the week off, and like shopper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You see that, Rain? Juan was trying to play it safe. You see, he said all this. Oh, I didn't really shop. It wasn't important. Then he was like, I am a last minute shopper. So you, so,
Well,
so you,
Very trapped.
growing up was not important. It was really difficult for me to understand gift giving. Right?
yeah,
It is also gift receiving. Like it's didn't it didn't happen. I didn't receive anything because nobody was giving anything. So
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Rain, what about you? Is that classic trope of men waiting to the last minute? Is that true in your perception?
I think so. I mean, yes. I mean, and honestly, yes. And you know what? I want to say, like, Michelle, it's just so beautiful to hear your husband say, like, the gift giving wasn't as important, but the edification of you guys learning together, and that's what it's all about, like men versus women, and how it wasn't that he didn't know that it was gift giving to give a gift, but to learn and just like to appreciate understanding. And that's sort of hard for us. But yeah, for me, I believe that, yeah, most men, they're like, okay, I'll go and get a gift, like whatever I'm getting, I'll get it. And then sometimes, now even the same thing with women, like we're like no longer like, I'm not going to shop, I'll just get a gift card for everybody. Everyone gets a gift card, get what you want.
Mm.
It's so much simpler, you know? So I think we all are guilty of that now and wanting to go back to it. But yeah, men definitely, I would say, will wait to the last minute. Women are more like, we want, even like I've seen it where, like, personally, like I've seen where women are like, they feel like they want something special. Like Christmas is a special time. They want to feel special by the person they love. Some women are like, I feel special all the time. They want that special moment for them.
But Rain, isn't it kind of presumptuous to say I want something special, as if whatever he was going to do on his own wasn't going to be special? Like isn't it kind of bad for someone to say, well, it better be something special, because now you're kind of subject to whatever they consider special is, or whatever they're calling, good enough, and now you're kind of jumping through a hoop for them, right or wrong?
You're right. You're right. I agree, because I know that I've probably gotten, in the present situation, I've gotten better gifts that's not on Christmas whenever he watches this. Oh shit. But I mean, I've gotten better gifts on days that are not Christmas than Christmas, because Christmas is not a big deal to, there's different things that happen in people's lives, and I can say that, you never know what someone's going through. But yeah, I will just say that traditionally a woman wants something special on those days versus just a regular day. But women who get things more often, like Michelle may get flowers, or Michelle may get her different wines that she loves all the time. So Christmas isn't a big thing for them. It's more about, let's spend time together, and just that time is so important. Being that Juan says he works and she's at, she's doing her thing, they get the time. Some people prefer
Mm.
that, but I do prefer to spend the time, and it's more important now. But I
Rain.
definitely like nice tennis bracelets.
Rain.
Mhm.
Oh wow. Oh damn. A tennis bracelet. I can't let you slide. I'm sure your guy is gonna see this. And you said this. You said this year's gifts wasn't quite it. It did.
Oh, no, right.
Oh, I tried to hit the wrong button. That's the button I wanted, was crickets. Whew. Sheesh. It's getting real in the field. Hey, okay. And you know what? And you know what's fun? You know what's funny though? I'm in defense of every man. Okay, in defense of every man, we don't think about holidays the way y'all do. We don't plan the way y'all do. We don't, like in that video we just saw. The guy was imitating a woman, But basically, the woman in the video did everything on October 1st. This is before Thanksgiving. Like a month and 20 days before Thanksgiving, she was done Christmas shopping.
Yeah, that's a little bit extreme, Dave.
Okay, so talk to me, Michelle. Is this something? Was that typical? What you saw where the woman is way early and the guy waits till like 20 minutes? Is that typical?
I hated that video. It puts men in a really negative light, like slobs, and they don't care. You know, I think that in holidays, I think it's us women that want to celebrate it. I think that is for sure that we're the ones that get excited and they want to push it. We want to get everybody together. I don't want to say, oh, women. I know there's a lot of men that push for that too. My dad was that kind of guy. He wanted to celebrate and he wanted the gifts, and you better give him a freaking gift. And he wanted to cook and do everything. And I mean, cool, but it's funny because like I go shopping. I don't go like 3 months in advance. But I go shopping, and Juan, like he said, he wasn't used to that. He didn't grow up with that. I've been educating Juan, and I think that's, as women, if we're going to be excited about something, I think we are the ones that need to educate men in those kind of terms, because, you know, if they come from a family like Juan, that they just worked, you know, catering to other people, then how are we supposed to know?
Michelle, hold on. I gotta interrupt you.
Where is he?
Me and you. We gotta go. We gotta talk, Michelle. We gotta talk backstage. Where's my backstage? It's not letting me. Oh wait, I lost. There it is. My backstage button. Okay, Michelle, we gotta talk. You said you as a woman, you teach your husband. You're educating him about the holidays. No, I'm just saying, you teaching your spouse what you like and what's important to you, and you're educating him on the holidays. Am I right or wrong? That's what you just said.
Because I'm the one that wants to celebrate more.
Okay, because you're the one that wants. So
yeah. So if I want to celebrate the holidays, if I want a tree up, if I want the excitement, I have to be the one pushing it. I know that Juan would be like, he wouldn't care. Like, and now he gets excited because he gets to show off to the entire Tempe freeway, the Tempe people that are driving. But yeah,
but the point I'm making, I'm going back to the episode.
No.
Right? Love and correction. So you're teaching, because the question was, are you open to being taught by your spouse? And in this case, you teach Juan, and Juan is open and he listens, right? And if I'm not mistaken, before the show, you had some technical difficulty. And I remember you said Juan, and then you went on mute, and you were like
I was directing Juan.
And I said, wait a minute, is she asking for help from her spouse so her spouse can help her and teach her?
Yeah, well, I wasn't. You're not being fair, because I was the one yelling at him, telling him what to do.
Okay, you were telling him what to do. I got you. But anyway, listen, man. Juan and Michelle, they're friends of mine. They're family. I'm just giving her a hard time.
It's just,
I know you're teachable. I'm just giving you shit. Okay, it's the holidays, and I'm thinking at you. You know what I mean?
But no, together. We were learning together.
You were learning together.
Yeah.
And see, let me give applause. See, that's a good husband. Look, that's a good husband that says, hey, look, we learning together. He basically saying, Dave, back off. Okay? Back off. Me and my wife, we got it over here. Get out of the Quintero residence, okay? I'm backing off. I respect it. I hear it. I'm backing off. But no, so yeah, and listen, shout out to everybody that watches the show. Go back and watch Love and Correction. That was a great episode. And go back and watch Conversation Bullies. Those are both on YouTube. Check it out. Great episodes. All right. Differences between men and women in the holidays. I do think it's excessive for him to portray women buying stuff by October 1st. But at the same time, some people do that. Some people buy throughout the year during sales, and they will put it in the basement, put it in the attic. They'll kind of hide it, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I have been the man that has been like, oh snap, the store is gonna close in like an hour. It's Christmas Eve. I better get on there now. I've been the guy that's had to rush to the store an hour, 2 hours before they close on Christmas Eve. I've been the guy that's missed Macy's, that's missed the mall, and had to hit Target. I've been that guy. I'm not even gonna lie, I have. But I've also been the guy that saw something and bought it, in advance. For instance, the company I work for had a pop-up shop, and they had like gloves, scarves, hats, all types of merch, handbags, mugs. And I said we're gonna do a small Christmas this year, but I'm gonna pick up something. So 3 weeks ago at the pop-up shop, I got everybody coffee mugs and scarves and little things, right? Now, if I was smart, someone mentioned this, y'all tell me who said it, but if I was smart, I would have picked up some gift cards from Target the other night. That's what, if I was smart, you see, so I wasn't thinking. If I was thinking, I'd have added a $50 gift card to each one of them little handbags and they'd have been straight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's I messed up. Now
No,
I will. No, go ahead, Rain, because I want to ask another question before we go to the next video. What about people that don't believe in celebrating Christmas? And we're talking about Christmas because Christmas was just yesterday. But what about people who don't believe in celebrating Christmas, right? And yet they do give gifts. I know a guy that will wait until the day after Christmas on purpose and will go get the best deals for the sales. And his excuse is, yo, I don't celebrate all that. I ain't celebrating all that. I don't do that. Like I don't celebrate them types of holidays. However, I want to show the people I love that this is important. So I will go on the day after. I'll buy stuff on a sale, get great sales, and I'll just give it to them when I see them. Usually it's before New Year's. But have y'all ever heard about people that wait till after Christmas to buy gifts?
I'm one of the people that do that.
Oh, please explain.
Yeah, so I really just believe like, okay, if you're gonna get something from me, I would say you'll get it the week of New Year's. So it's like my New Year's and Christmas gift to someone, except if it's the little babies or something. But even like my family, my parents, even if I'm dating someone, if I'm in, because I'm not married, but I always believe I'll give them something special, but I always make it special. But I do believe in that because what is the running around? Everyone's all like anxiety and anxious to go pick up gifts. And honestly, sometimes getting a gift can make or break a relationship. It's a deal breaker for some people.
Say that.
You know what I mean? Or it's people that sometimes that you don't know what kind of year they've had before December 12/25 gets here. So that gift may be the life-saving gift that saves them from a divorce.
Or it could be the straw that breaks the camel's back because you forced me to get this damn gift and I'm struggling financially. Now I got to get you a gift to prove my love. Some people, they do it, but they didn't want to.
Or the entire house has spent the entire mortgage to purchase gifts for everybody. Or here's my biggest thing. And this is why I'm so glad we're talking about this topic, because it ties into going into 2025. Because 2025, by now, we're grown as adults. And for all of us that are in relationships or that are married, new relationships and new journeys, it's a time to speak your piece. And what I mean by that is I shouldn't have to be measured by my gift. Let me be measured by what my heart and soul puts into this relationship. You don't know if I could be in the third quarter of my life and have one more fourth quarter left. Are you worrying about the love, or are you worrying about, let me go out and run and get a gift, as Michelle said? Because at the end of the day, spending that time on New Year's Eve and what happened on Christmas, which one matters more?
So I have a comment here because for me I had to learn how to give gift, right? And it is really interesting to learn how to do that as an adult, instead of being a kid and learn it through experience or whatever. So on my first holiday with Michelle, um, I didn't know how to do this. I didn't know, what people will expect to get as, like the first holiday with a loved one, whatever. And and I asked my mother-in-law, and she took me to the store and got me to get Michelle a horrible gift, like to whatever standards. It's just bad.
Oh no. What
Giving.
was it? What was it?
It was
It
just like
wasn't
no
that bad.
shopping.
It wasn't that bad, but
But
I
it,
mean,
it was it didn't like I was expecting Michelle's mom to know what Michelle wanted in a way, and
it was
and
something that my mother would have gotten for me, and I was
on a
I was
sale the day
expecting a little bit
after,
different, but it wasn't bad.
just
It wasn't bad.
yeah,
It
but it
wasn't just
wasn't what and it is what I learned through some years is that the gift given is not for you, right? It's for the person you're giving the gift, right? Like if you really if the person you're giving the gift to enjoys just to receive, as you're right, as you're saying, like, oh, just give me something after the holidays, I'll appreciate the gesture. uh, that good for you. But if somebody's expecting to get something on the holiday because they like to unwrap gift, whatever, and you can provide that, it is not for you to enjoy the gift that you're giving. Like maybe you get some pleasure through, the reaction or whatever, but it is for the person you're giving the gift, right? Like
Wow.
so.
That's good. That's good. I For my birthday one time, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. And in college, I used to play Street Fighter, and I used to play Mortal Kombat, and I used to play Marvel versus Capcom with a friend of mine named Kev. I went to high school and college with Kevin. And me and Kev, we used to always play video games, and he knew. Look, I was in a dance troupe with Kevin. Not, not the microphone fiend. Y'all might be thinking Freestyle Friday's microphone fiend. No, I'm talking about Kevin Watley, Kevin Kilowatt. He produces music with me. Kev and I used to be in a dance troupe, okay? And we both love Michael Jackson. We both love hip hop, and we was in a dance troupe. And we used to play Capcom versus Marvel all the time. So when I turned 40, Kevin and his wife said, "What does Dave like?" He likes Michael Jackson. He likes video games. So they bought me the Michael Jackson video game. It was like Michael Jackson Moonwalker,
yeah.
and you know what? I played it a couple times and it was fun. And you know what? I turned 40, but the fact that Kev knew me as a Michael Jackson fan, as a dancer, and as a video game player, a battling type game, I said, you know what? This is perfect. From Kev and Kathy, this is it. That's how they know me. I love it. So I wasn't tripping. I wasn't like, oh my God, why didn't they get me this or that? It was my 40th birthday, and as a 40-year-old, I was sitting there playing Michael Jackson Moonwalker, like, wow, doing all that. And I was having fun. I enjoyed it. So it is for the person. It definitely is for the person. I have another video because we have two more videos, and then we're gonna go. I have another video. I want to show y'all this. All right, so that was the trope that men wait to the last minute. That was the trope. All right, now we have a video of, let's see, which one is it? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
That was a good one. And
Okay, no, we'll go with this one.
That was so good.
Okay.
I'm so curious.
Okay, so this one right here it's a little bit long. It's 2.5 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and play it. But this is called the epidemic. Oh, Lord, I'm about to,
No.
the epidemic of men doing nothing for the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
The epidemic of men doing nothing for the holidays. I'm about to get in trouble because I know good and well I'm guilty of this. Oh God, my mom and my wife are in the kitchen. I'm sure somebody gonna chime in if they listening.
These like badass like working moms who create all the magic of Christmas. They like plan all the presents for the kids. They're doing all this like totally unacknowledged like emotional labor on top of like working really hard, more than full time.
Yes.
And their husband doesn't have to lift a finger to make Christmas happen. He just gets to be a kid and wake up to what did Santa bring on Christmas morning?
Yeah, he doesn't even know what the kids are getting.
He's not even involved in that. It's like you can't spend an hour getting stuff for your wife's stocking to thank her for everything that she does all year. It's just like, I feel like it just is so symbolic. The way that we've like created this structure in which like, men can just act like fucking babies and do the bare minimum and like act like doing any sort of like semi-domestic task is just like absolutely crippling to them. And so then women will just take it on because it's like, well, it's easier for me. Get stuck in this cycle where they like have their moms wiping their ass and then they go to like having their wife wiping their ass. And it's like, it makes me so grossed out.
And especially this time of year where it's like, okay, it's the presents. It's also though, who is sending out the Christmas cards? Who is making sure that the daycare teachers are getting gifts? Literally yesterday, my group chat of all my girlfriends, everyone's freaking out because it's, you know, it's like one of the last weeks before Christmas. And they're like, crap, what are you getting them? I don't know what to get them. We're like giving each other ideas. And I'm like, which men in my life are doing this right now? Which men in their group chats are freaking out with their other guy friends about what they're going to get the daycare teachers?
None of them.
None of them. Literally none of them. And it's like, and at the end of the day, it's hard because my husband's amazing. I have a lot of friends who have really amazing husbands, and they're great partners. They're great dads. Like they do so many good things. And it's like, even those men, you know, there's still this like missing part of it where there's just this certain thing that it's like, it doesn't even cross their mind. Like, it's like, this is the shit that I am thinking about when I go to sleep after I've been editing photos till 1 a.m. And I'm now thinking about, oh shit, I need to go get gifts tomorrow in my 0 time during the day.
You're the one who's like clocking all of this and like just always having this like mental calendar of like things that need to get done. Most husbands just live in like blissful ignorance.
Or how many wives are the only people in their families that, or like girlfriends, whatever, that do like the gift giving for even their partner's family? You can be like, okay, well, like I just won't do it, but then it won't get done.
And it reflects badly on you.
Exactly.
It's like that's the fucked up thing is that like people are gonna see it more as a reflection of you than your husband.
Exactly. Always.
Boom. All right. Now.
No.
Hold on. Before we come with the negative, no. Just hear me for a second. There are women out here that feel that way. Let's acknowledge that although I see some of us, me included, are like, oh my God. Because that was harsh. They laid it on thick. But let's be real. There are women out here that have experienced just that. The man don't do a damn thing when it comes to the holiday. He don't plan. He don't think about it. He doesn't nothing for the holiday.
Why are you burning?
I think somebody's toasting something. All right, so y'all give me your reaction. Somebody go first.
Okay, I'm gonna go first just because I felt so strong about this. That, I mean, one thing that I've learned in therapy, because we do couples therapy, and I remember my therapist, and I hated this. I was like, no. And we had the conversation in the one of the previous recordings we had, and he's like, well, if you want something, you have to tell him. You have to tell him what you want. And I know it gets to the point I'm like, no, but he should know what I want, and he should do it because I'm doing it, and he should follow. But it just gets to me when I see other women, and I'm like, girl, you just need to tell your husband. He probably has no clue whatsoever because you haven't told him. I don't think that all men are that bad. I think they're just ignorant and they don't know what to do when, you know, their woman is doing so many things, and they're just probably just like, I know that Juan, when I'm going crazy like that, I know that he's just like letting me do my thing, letting me be, and then he's just waiting for me to give him an instruction, even though it's mentally draining, that mental load as a woman to tell men what to do. I think that's the issue then.
Sometimes it's not even it's not that we don't want to as men, we just don't know, right? Like those girls were like, oh my God, I'm freaking out because I have to give gift cards to the teachers tomorrow and this guy is not doing anything. Does he know that you're freaking out and that you have all this? And I get it, the mental load, you're supposed to know, but do you? Like, if it is not really important for you, like, not necessarily that it's not important. If I think it probably crossed through some of those guys' minds. Like, I wouldn't even. One time I gave a gift card to the mailman. Like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't
Yeah, and I think that if you don't grow up in that environment like you did, Juan, I don't think that most men do. Most men probably grow up in the same environment where mom does everything, and the mom of the mom did the same thing and did the same.
Yeah, so they
So the
never
circle
learned
hasn't
that.
been broken. And I think, like in your case, you didn't grow up giving gifts. You didn't grow up celebrating the way that I did. So I have to teach you, and I have to tell you, and I have to even though it's kind of but I think what those women are talking about, yeah.
I know it's difficult and tired for you to have to teach me all these things because it is a lot of work. Like, I am an older person that never really learned all these things, and honestly, and you know it, baby. During all these years, probably sometimes it almost sounds like an excuse. Oh, I didn't know I had to do this for like this special holiday. Like, what do you mean we had to, wait, what? It is.
Oh, there's so much love. There's so much love there. Look at that. But I
No,
gotta
no,
say,
it is a little bit of hate there too, because
oh.
for Michelle it's really difficult to have to learn to
Mm-hmm.
teach me. Like she has to
I love it.
learn how to teach me, and I have to be open to be like, oh, well, it's not like my way is not the only way, right? Like it is really difficult. And when I'm listening to this lady saying like, oh, my husband like is never doing anything, like, have you ever fucking I'm sorry, like, have you ever fucking talked to this guy? Like, have you ever told him
Right.
like, you know what? Actually, it's kind of important for me to give gifts to all these teachers for the kids or whatever. And probably the husband's gonna be like, oh, really? I thought those were like super easy for you, like just like buy a bunch of gift certificates. What the heck, right? Like I think it's the communication. Even if we, I don't know, be a little sexist right now, maybe we as men don't really get it, but what we'll get is that it's something important for somebody else. And again, it's probably a gift, right? Like you're giving the gift to that person of understanding and knowing what's important to that person, and maybe it's for them, not for you. If you want to be a kid and wake up in the morning and read, oh my God, there is something under the tree for me, more power to you, right? But if you know that your wife, significant other, wants to something and needs help with something, you help, but you need to know, and you're not just going to learn by the Holy Spirit. Somebody has to tell you.
I got a question. Rain, did you get a chance to respond yet?
No.
No.
All right, Rain.
To us.
So hold on, wait. Before you respond, Rain. So we had, so something was going on where we were cooking, and then like the alarm went off. So I first said, okay, let's find Blue. Let's put Blue in the bathroom, and then I can open up the patio door, and because if I don't want to open up the door and have Blue just dash out. So as soon as I turned the camera off, I said, "Where's Blue?" Blue looked at me and ran. He dashed and got the hell away from me. So I know cats speak English. I said, "Where's Blue?" He took off. So then he hid under my podcast table, and I'm like, "Blue, come here, Blue." I'm like, "Come here, Blue." He wouldn't come. I'm like, "Blue." So then when I finally got a hold of him, he took off again. Now we don't know where the hell Blue is. He's hid somewhere. So we had to open the windows. We can't open the patio door because I don't want Blue to dash.
Yes,
right. But Blue knew. As soon as the alarm went off, I said, "Where's Blue?" He looked at me and gone. So this is gonna become we're gonna have to do an episode on Blue because this guy, he's something else. Rain.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that video where the ladies were saying that the men get to do nothing during the holidays and they pre-plan and they do everything, and all we do is sit back and scratch our balls and watch football?
Right.
Basically.
So I didn't agree with those ladies at all, because first of all, they sound like they're housewives. They sound like that they're not working. So they did do something. They provided the finances for you to go and purchase all of those gifts for the PTA, for the mailman, for the teachers, for the daycare ladies, for the moms, for all these people that you don't even know, from Rat to Tat to Blue to whoever, right? You don't even know that you're going out. So he actually is working his ass off to provide for one day so you can go and spend all this extra money on thanking everyone. I know that at my children's school, literally my twins, where they go, we get a list. My dad and I get a list. This list isn't, oh, a $10 Starbucks. It is like they want a new iPhone. Oh. The gifts are like $75
for
to
who?
$107
The kids or the teachers?
These are for high school. These are for high school. We're just gonna leave it like that. The school that they attend, and there's a gift wish list for the teachers, and they put on there these type of gifts. So going back to the video is like the men are doing nothing, or she's saying there's some amazing dads out there that they forget to, or they're doing certain things. But yeah, the men are providing the income more than likely, and these sounds like housewives. And kudos to housewives, because you're doing a fantastic job of what you're doing. But it's not that they're forgetting. It's actually something I believe that if you are home, this might be something that you might want to do while your husband's at work, that this is a little thing that you can do and say, thank you, baby, for being able to provide this discretionary pleasure for us to be able to give to these gifts to whomever we're choosing. So shame on you ladies for this video. Comment on to and say something to me right here at Randy.
Hey, I agree with your perspective. Yeah, it's kind of funny because sometimes I go with Juan. It's like, I understand that Juan is the one providing. He's paying the bills. He's making the money. I'm not working. The only thing I've asked out of him is like, you know what, just come with me, because I don't have any friends. I don't have any family or anything like that. That's the only thing. It's like, you come with me. Let's pick. I decide who we're going to buy gifts for. But yeah, it's a good perspective because yeah, those men are providing the money.
Wow. You know what, you guys, I'm proud of Michelle.
What?
I'm proud. I'm proud. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Michelle is normally on the video, she takes the side of the women. She's like, oh, these men. Like sometimes
I do hate on women because come on, girls, you gotta get with the program.
No, you know what? You're an equal opportunity. I won't say hater.
Equal opportunity.
Okay, you're equal opportunity hater. Okay, I'll say that, and I mean that in love. I mean that in love. But you know what's interesting is to see the ladies on the show react to women who were criticizing men. I like to see the reactions. This is good. And then Juan is a great husband because Juan is like, hey, maybe the men weren't raised like that. Maybe it's not that they're lazy. It's how they were brought up. And, Juan is adopting his wife's traditions and his wife's desires, right? And you guys are developing your own patterns, which is what families have to do, right? It's you and your wife. It's not you, your wife, and your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your cousins-in-law, and the baby daddy. No, it's you and your spouse developing your own traditions, and everyone else has to kind of allow y'all to do that. So I do think that going along with what your wife wants to do is huge. Now, what I will say about that video, playing devil's advocate, there are men out there that don't do a damn thing. They do wait until 20 minutes before the stores close. They haven't helped put up the food. They haven't helped, clean. They haven't done anything, right? You got to do something, y'all. And I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect because I'm not. When we grew up, okay, we had two roles in the house. My brother cleaned. He cleaned better than me. So my brother would bust the suds, sweep, mop. He was better than me at doing that. I don't know why I've always kind of been a little bit lax on that. Okay, so that's an admission. But when it came to the food preparation, if my mother wanted a ham sandwich, she would say, David, can you make me a ham sandwich? Because I'm going to make it exactly how she wanted. I'm going to do it the right way with the right amount of toast, the right amount of Miracle Whip, the right amount of ham and cheese. I'm gonna make sure it's right. Cause see, I like my food the way I like it. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make the food the way mom wants me to. Okay, mommy, I got you. I'm gonna make you the ham sandwich the way you want. Hank, on the other hand, will put yogurt in chicken. And this is the running joke. My brother will make, my mom will say, hey, I took out the chicken, Hank, bake the chicken. Hank decide he want to make tzatziki sauce and make some Greek yogurt ass chicken that my mother didn't ask for. And now Sunday dinner is some shit that she didn't even, authorize. And I'm telling the truth. This is a running joke. My brother, he eats eccentric. He's an artist. Hank does stuff. He always wants to create. And I'm like, Hank, don't create on dinner. Just make it the way mommy said. Please just bake the chicken the way, you know what I'm saying? And we laugh. We laugh because the other day, right? The other day we were buying food for Christmas. We at the store buying stuff. This joker Hank says, hey, Dave, I got some tzatziki sauce. Or however you pronounce it. I said, Hank, I don't want no damn Greek yogurt. I don't want no Greek yogurt on my chicken or my turkey. You put that, you can buy that for you. You can put that as a side item. You can make whatever you want, whatever kind of gyro you want to make, you go for it. But Christmas dinner, let's just have turkey and dressing the way mommy did it when we were kids. You know what I'm saying? That's me. So, I'm not necessarily the most domestic, but when it comes to the food, I'm gonna do it the way you ask. I'm not gonna create some shit. So that's just, So when it comes to holiday traditions, I do think that the women in the video, they forget that there are roles, and not everyone agrees with it. Okay, but there are roles. All right. Do you really want your husband, who don't know his way around the kitchen, cooking the Thanksgiving turkey, or making the dressing that your mom made a special way, or making sweet potato pie that he may not know how? Do you really want to leave him to his own devices, or do you want to be in the kitchen doing it, or do you want to be in the kitchen supervising or teaching? This is where you got to sit back and learn and say, all right, I don't know how y'all make the mac and cheese. I know how it tastes. I can taste test it, and I can tell you if it tastes right, but I ain't gonna cook it. My mom was making dressing last night. I was like, I said, Ma, that needs some more poultry seasoning, some more sage. And she was like, I think it's okay. Hank, try it. Hank was like, yeah, I need a little more. You see what I'm saying? We grew up on it. So we the taste testers. We know exactly how your cooking tastes. So, I know my role is what I'm trying to say. And I think the women in the video they didn't consider the fact that sometimes men see things like, well, that's not really my thing, so I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up for Christmas dinner. You ask me to put up the tree, I'm going to put up the tree. You ask me to put on my nice clothes, I'm going to put on my nice clothes. You direct me in the holidays because I just care about the bears and the lions. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's anything wrong with men and women having, I guess, roles or expectations. Michelle is giving me a look. I feel like Michelle is peering at me over those glasses.
I mean, a little bit, but I want to hear Juan.
I think it's about communication, because as David's saying, like you are giving the role that your family wants you to play in this case, right? Like you're the taster, like it's the role that you're playing. And if the people you celebrate the holidays with, they want you to play a different role, they have to tell you. Like we're saying we celebrated Christmas with family right now, right? And I don't know if my cousin wants me to, sit and relax or serve the beer. So I kind of have to play a little bit like, what do you want? And at some point, my cousin was like, no, 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 you guys sit and relax. You guys sit and relax. So I'm like, okay, they want us to play this role, right? Like he's communicating what he wants us to do during that holiday, and we still like pass the drinks around and like brought things from the kitchen and things like that. But you had to listen on what they ask you for, like. And I feel like if in a family the role is you're gonna be the taste taster, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But if they say, well, you guys are just watching TV, it's a different connotation. They're also trying to communicate like, hey, we need help with something else. I feel like, you know, then you're saying like you're playing this role, and it seems like everybody's happy and
Yeah.
content with what you're doing, so
Yeah.
you should be fine, right? Like you don't want to go and start cooking because they're gonna be like, this is not your role. What the heck?
And can I say this? You know, I watched a video that talked about women and women being emotionally driven and men not being emotionally driven. And so when you think about what makes a house a home, what makes a house a home is a woman, right? Like my place was livable, it was functional. Now it feels like a home, right? Destiny came in, straightened it out, added her stuff to it. When my mom would come visit, my mom would be like, David, organize this. Come on, son, do this. My mom would start cooking. It feels like a home. When they not around, it's just me. Or back when I had roommates, me and my roommates just survive and just men. You know, we just barely enough. We didn't do all those things. So if you don't have a woman in your life, you're not really thinking about making it a home, making it the holidays. I mean, I think about the holidays when I'm like, man, I'm not home for Christmas. I'm not home for Thanksgiving. And I wonder how my family's doing. I need to get back to see my mom. That's when I think about the holidays. But that's a day or two before. I'm not thinking about Christmas in October, right? Now in today's world, I might be because I got to think about flights. I got to think about, you know, family, everybody coming to visit or me going out there. You know, so that's different. But I'm saying as a single man, I wasn't thinking about Christmas 3, 4, 5 months in advance and getting a tree. And I haven't had a tree in my house unless it's at my mom's crib. I haven't bought a tree in Los Angeles. I've been out here 16 years. Now, guess what? I'll have one next year because I'm married. Because I'm married and I want it to feel like the holidays, especially, you know, when you start having kids. You know, we didn't even get into I think Rain mentioned it earlier. Us being whole adults in 2024, we shouldn't be tripping off of did they get me a tennis bracelet or did they get me a Pokemon? We shouldn't care. The fact that they gave us something, a gift card, a tennis bracelet, a Pokemon, they thought about us. And we should care that they thought. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be tripping off of, and some people still do trip off of that I didn't get the Nintendo Wii or I didn't get the $500 PlayStation or I didn't get the $10,000 tennis bracelet or the Birkin or the Coach or the man. Come on, y'all. People, a loaf of bread is $4.79. Why the hell are we tripping off of a tennis bracelet for Christmas or a PlayStation for $700? We trying to have bread, beans, rice, and meat up in here. So I don't know. Yeah. All right. I feel like we covered that topic. I got one more meme. I got two more memes I want to show you. All right. The next one is, you know, this is related to what we talked about. So I have to press pause because it keeps moving on me. I will show this one because this one I think is important. Awkward silence as I wait for the video to load up. All right, so maybe I'll go to the other video then if that one don't want to act right. All right, let's go to this one. Y'all know there's a lot of single women out here. And when I say single, I mean unmarried women, right? That want, oh wait, I got it to work. Okay, so nix that. Let's go back to the list. This is related to what we just talked about. We just talked about what men and women do during the holidays, all right? Look at this list right here. I'm gonna zoom in so we can read it. I know it's an eye test. All right. It says what people do for Christmas. Women, they do everything in the shower. Exfoliate, shave entire body. Ultraviolet gel manicure, gel pedicures, spray tan, eyebrow appointment, haircut and color. Make sure you have travel size toiletries. Figure out your looks and accessories. Get out suitcases. Clear them out. Pack suitcases. Pre-flight meal. Charge all electronics. Pack. Check on flights. Get travel docs. Passport. Visa. Pack for fiance and dog for the trip. Take the trash out. Clean the fridge. That's everything that a woman does for the holidays. Does that sound about right, Michelle and Ray?
No, that's way too much.
It's way too much. Rain?
So for me,
as an unmarried woman, Rain, does that sound roundabout?
That sounds like my birthday. That sounds like what I do on my birthday. Make sure that, like, you know, when I did have my dog, make sure the dog was already good. Who's gonna take care of Butterscotch? Make sure the waxing is done. Make sure everything's done. But as far as like all the other stuff, like yes, cleaning out the refrigerator because I'm OCD about keeping things clean. But that list of all those things, no. But I would say 10 of those things, yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
So is it safe to
But
say
not on Christmas.
80% of the list you've done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, the argument here is that this is what women do on holidays versus what men do. Look at what the list says that men do for the holidays. Just be ready to leave on time.
Oh, hell no. Half of those things, I have to no, I don't pack for my fiance. What the hell? You pack yourself. You do.
I pack for my boyfriend though sometimes. I would pack if I
clean out the fridge. I clean out the fridge when I come back and food is bad.
But guess what though? Just be ready to leave on time. That's real talk for a lot of relationships.
Wow.
The ladies like,
so many women are so miserable.
The ladies like, I'll give you an example. Destiny don't care about nothing except, David, are we going to be late? And are we going to be late means, are we going to leave on time? Listen, the all the other stuff, she'll do that stuff. She takes care of her hair. She takes care of her outfits. She says, baby, did you pack? Yeah, babe, I'm going to pack in the morning. Okay, I've already asked you. So she's not going to pester me. She's not going to pester me about leaving on time. But God forbid we're running late. She's going to be looking at me like this. I gave you all these hints and you didn't damn comply. And now we're late and it's your fault. And guess what? She's right. It's my fault because I'm the one that's driving and looking at the time and the itinerary. So I should be making sure we're good. As long as if we're on time, she's going to make sure we have all the toiletries and everything that we need. So it's my fault. We were late trying to get to Cabo. It was a miracle that we got on that plane. Now, I knew we gonna get on the plane because I'm a man of faith. I'm like, you know what, Lord, we gonna make this plane. And we did. But it was a miracle that we got on the plane because I had to go through the airport like OJ. She had to leave me and get on the plane without me and tell them my husband's on the way. Don't take off. My husband's coming. They're like, well, where is he? He's in the terminal. He's passing through terminal 813. Yeah, she had to do all that for me. We made it. But yeah, it was something. But so I think it's something to say about just leaving on time, y'all. Just be ready on time. Michelle, Rain, do you guys feel? Juan?
I'm glad you said that, Dave, because I'm guilty of all, like, my family is so punctual and they know. They'll tell me, Rain, the dinner starts at 5. Beto, when I get there, it's like, why is 7:30? Why did you tell me 5? Because and even when we have the Panthers game, like we're going to go see the Bucks. My boyfriend says to me, babe, it's Thursday. You already know what time it is, right? So we're going to be everything, like he lets me know. And I'm guilty, but you know what? I got to say within the past 2 years, I've gotten better. So I'm glad to see that you were late, Dave. I'm not alone.
No, you're not alone. You're not alone. Look, Rain, and listen, if the trope is that women are on time and men are late, I don't know, Rain, you might be the man in the relationship.
I am so late. I've honestly and it's like he's always on time and I'll get the call and he's like, I'm here. And I'm like, I'm coming. But it's like the last couple of times I've been ready and I'm like, I'm good to go. But yeah, I'm like you, Dave. I've literally been on the plane with my family coming from California, and my brother had to ask the pilot to wait for me. And literally nowadays you can't do that. But pre-pandemic you could have. But they did wait for me, and we were coming back from California, and I was literally late. But you know why I was late? Because there was this bodega, and I was trying to get trying to get some more stuff to take back to California. And my mother was don't ever travel with my Cuban family because
you were trying to get gifts for Christmas, and that made you late for the plane. So you was
in October.
right. You were early, but you were late trying to be early. I'm tracking.
Yeah.
Juan and Michelle, is that true that men just have to be on time?
Yeah, yes, I'm that kind of person that will push and push, pack everything, have everything ready, and I know that Juan the next day he's running around, and then we leave late, and then TSA pre is our best friend right now because you don't have to wait in line. But then I'm that crazy lady that is like, do not just stay until they call group number. And Juan is the kind of person who's like, I'm gonna go pee, and I'm like, no, they're about to call. You need to be here right now. We're not gonna miss this plane because you wanted to pee.
That's me. That's me. I'm so guilty of all at one. I'm sorry, Michelle. You probably tell me to stay my ass. April, you say, Rain, stay your ass at home. Don't go with us. Like you cannot.
Yeah. But I'm the worst. I'm the worst because I get travelers bubble guts. I get travelers bubble guts and I get claustrophobia. So if Michelle was like, you sit right here, Dave. They're about to call our number. That anxiety will give me bubble guts. I'm like, I gotta go. I'll be back, Michelle. I promise I'm not gonna be late. Keep your phone on, Michelle. Call me before they get on the plane.
What is bubble guts?
Diarrhea.
Oh,
Irritable. It's actually irritable bowel syndrome is what it is. And it can happen from stress. It can happen from, anxiety. Yeah. It can also happen because you ate ice cream the night before. You know what I'm saying?
It's just you're getting nervous. Okay.
You're lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Well, then in her case, I'll be like, Dave, go to the restroom and I will call you when they're boarding and you better be back in time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. This is my opinion on all this. I think the whole thing about like the really long list of items that the women have to do and like the short list that the men have to do, it's so like just be really on time includes a lot of things. Like it is.
Come on, Juan.
It is like the.
That's why I said that a lot of those things in that list Juan does.
Like the main topic is like, in order to be ready on time, then you can go to the list down below and just like open the WBS and like boom, opens up and you have like everything that's down below.
Take the trash out, get your documents, check in, pre-flight meal, pack a suitcase. And Juan, are you getting a pedicure and a manicure, and are you getting wax and everything before the
trip? But I have to make sure that the cats, toilets or litter boxes are cleaned up, trash is out. Like I have my own list.
That's true.
I might not, pretty up myself, but I don't need to.
You know what? This is a controversial topic. Okay, check this out. Check this out. I know someone. I ain't gonna say the names. I'm not even gonna say the names. This is going.
Are they present? Are those someone's present right now?
No. They're not. They're not present in my house, and they're not present on this show.
Okay.
I know someone that said men on average look better than women naturally, and I said, I said, what do you mean? They say, men on average are nicer looking than women when stripped down to the bare bones. And I said, what are you talking about? Mind you, this is a man telling me this, a heterosexual male. I'm like, bro, what are you fucking talking about? And I said, no, think about it. All we got to do is get a haircut and a shave and go take a shower, and we're good. We're clean. We're handsome. We look the best we're gonna ever look. We are the best we're gonna ever look. Haircut, shave, shower. They are like, women, wash the hair, blow the hair out, press the hair, style the hair, arch the eyebrows, put on the lashes, line the lips, put gloss on the lips, foundation, contour, highlights, waxings. shapers, undergarments. And I was like,
Thanks.
well, wait, right. I said, well, hold on. I said, well, hold on. Wait a minute. But that's what makes a woman. All the curves and the accoutrements and everything that we don't have to do. That's why we're so attracted to them, because women are beautiful. He's like, yeah, but the point I'm making is for a woman to reach her high level of beauty takes many more steps than for a man to meet his high level of handsomeness. And I said, I guess. I was like, I guess. You're right. I get a new haircut, I feel like I own the world. A haircut and a shave, I feel like I'm the man. A new suit on top of that, you can't tell me shit. I feel like I'm that guy, right? Mm-hmm. But of course, women have to do more steps. Ladies, do y'all think that,
just say
do y'all think that? Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Do you think that bare bones, nothing done, waking up and getting out of the shower and maybe doing your hair, you think that men are more easier to become their best handsome than it is for women to become their best beautiful?
Yeah, we put too much shit on ourselves as women.
Oh, speak on that, Michelle.
So I don't know where I read it. I don't know what or somebody mentioned it, but I always get jealous when I see a man with beautiful long hair. And I'm like, dude, what do you do to your hair? It's fucking gorgeous. And I can't get it like that. And he's like, nothing. I just washed it. And like, I don't even blow dry it or anything. And I'm like, that's what it is. Like, us women, we try so hard not to look old and not to do this and like conform to some sort of societal standard. But then we take our makeup off and we look like shit. And it's like, it's all that stuff that we lay on top. I mean, so not that I don't want to try. Of course I do, but
this is the thing. I think Michelle she looks really young. The other day I went to a pharmacy.
Somebody thought I was his daughter.
And then the pharmacist thought Michelle was my daughter. And I was like,
I'm like, ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Michelle, any wrinkles or anything? I'm like, yeah, she doesn't. Yeah.
Well, wait, Juan and Michelle. Are you? Is there a age difference between the two of you?
Like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Juan, you old? Are you older?
I'm a little bit older.
Okay. Well, let me say this, you guys. As a man who's in an age gap relationship, significant age gap, 20 years, right? Man, listen, I don't want nobody to think that my wife's my daughter. That's scary. But I do.
As a compliment.
Well, here's the thing though. Me and Juan are both graybeards. We're at an age where our child could be 30. Okay, we're at an age where our child could be 30, and it's not unrealistic.
We were at a bar and we were with a couple of friends that we met here in the apartment complex. They're in their 20s and they thought they were our kids.
Yeah. So look, if someone wonders, oh man, is that, like you said, Michelle, they wondered if you were Juan's daughter. I mean, with Juan being a graybeard, it's somewhat of a compliment because Juan got him a baddie. He got him a little pretty young thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a compliment. Now, if Juan was 30 and they were like, "Is that your daughter?" Oh no, that's jail time. That's scary. That's little, so the fact that you're an adult and you know what I'm saying, that's a compliment. So being that my wife is an adult, it's a compliment if someone says, "Oh man, oh wow, that's your wife." Oh wow. I'm like, God is good all the time. Okay. I'm very happy. But I also want to stay young for her. And here's the funny thing, right? I'm like, baby, you're beautiful. But I'm like, hey babe, you gonna do that thing with your hair? Hey babe, you gonna put on a little lipstick today? Like, I like when she beautifies, not that she needs it, but it's a thing when she does. And that's why I said I'm not tripping if women take 20 steps to get beautiful. If we take 2 steps and y'all take 20, I don't care. I will wait on the 20 steps. I want my woman looking gorgeous. And she's gorgeous without all that. But I'm just saying, I'm not tripping. Like my friend that said that, I said, I don't know if that's a topic for my show because I'm in support of women getting pretty, whatever they want to do to get pretty, whatever that involves. And I'm going to pay for it and I'm going to wait for it. I'm cool with that. Now, as men being graybeards, I've noticed when I did darken and dye my beard and dye my hair, Destiny was like, "Babe, I can't take you serious." One time she saw me with the dye in the beard before I washed it out. Wine. I had like the Just for Men complete like book. It was a black geometric shape on my beard. I was like a transformer. Me and Destiny were dating. It was like a transformer. Me and Destiny were dating. She looked at me. She said, "Babe, I can't take you serious with all that mess in your beard."
Oh my God.
And I said, "Oh, when I wash it out, it'll smooth in, it'll match the hair." She said, "I don't want to see the process. Just show up when it's done. I don't." And then here's when I stopped. Here's when I stopped dyeing the beard and dyeing the hair. I had to rush to get on the plane to go see her. So I dyed the hair, you know what I'm saying, dye the beard, get in the shower, wash it all out, put in my, hair lotion and all that stuff, fly to New Jersey. Now, mind you, everything is tight, it's all good. Fly to New Jersey, lay down in the evening, wake up with black stuff on the pillowcase. She said, "What? What is this?" And I said, I don't know. She's like, "Babe, did you dye your hair yesterday?" I said, "Yeah, I was in a rush. I did it kind of quick." And she was like, "Why didn't you?" I said, "I washed it out." But the thing was, before it could fully dry and kind of set in, I put an oil-based, what I'm saying, moisturizer in my hair. So it didn't fully dry all the way. So that some of it was still in there. So if you touch it, it was nothing. But if you lay down and you sweat and you go to sleep, you wake up, it's like, oh my God. So she was just like, "You're handsome. You don't need that, baby. Just I like you natural anyway." I'm like, "I don't want to look old at the wedding." She said, "You don't look old. You look mature." So I have not dyed my hair since that discussion. And I had white hair at the wedding one, and now my kids are gonna be like, "Daddy was old when y'all got married." That's just what it is.
I was given the senior menu lunch with my boss the other day. So my boss walks in, he gets like the regular menu. I walk in, and the server gives me the senior menu.
Oh no, the senior menu.
Yep. I freaking order from the menu. I'm like, yeah.
The cashier at Target the other day said, "You can get the senior discount." I looked at him and I said, "At what age?" And he was like, "Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I wouldn't card you." I was totally offended. I said, "This little joker said I could get the senior discount." I was offended.
I stop taking advantage of these situations, David, because I don't know. Like, if
I don't know. I don't want the senior
weird.
discount.
I was like,
this is the thing.
Go away for 5 minutes and get a discount and save some money.
Yeah, maybe, but it hurts my pride to be. Listen, when I used to go to the club, they'd be like, "What's up, big dog?" Then it turned into, "What's up, Unc?" Now it's "What's up, OG?" OG. Now I'm OG. Now I'm triple OG. I'm like, dang, y'all, it's only been a year or two, and now I went from big dog to Unc to OG. Dang.
I went to go see Lion King with one of my sons, right? And when I went to go see Lion King, I told my son, I said, "Son, I can pass for a student." He's like, "Mom, a college student." So he's like, "Well, let's see." So I'm like, "Let's bet." So we bet, right? So we went in there and I'm like, 2 students. And they gave us 2 students.
Oh. Okay. All right, Rain's a college student. Not bad. When I was in 4th grade or 5th grade, I went to a skating party. My mom came with me, right? And they were like, "Is that your girlfriend?"
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I was like, "That's my mom." And they were like, "Oh, I thought that was your girlfriend." And I was like, "Does my mom look that young, or did I just look like a playboy in 4th grade?" I'm like, "Ain't no way I got no grown ass woman as my girlfriend. I'm in 4th grade, sir. I'm 9. I'm your age. I can't do this."
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
All
I
right.
wanted to say something that, that this right here is definitely the reason why I join panels like this, because you get to see husbands, wife, and partnerships, and even in a single relationship, like it's not even about the holidays or coming together. It's about the relationship and how making it work. And what's the difference between how we are, our love languages, and understanding to make it better. And that's why each year, by doing these things, can be a better year on your journey to building your relationship better with who you're with. It's not about each year finding a new partner. It's about growing stronger with the person that you're with. And that's what I love. And I will say this, like the person I'm dating right now, they're 9 years older than me. And it's difficult for that person because a lot of times we're out, people are like, oh, that's your daughter? And it's hard for that person. And going back to how women and men, I do believe that there's times where I can enjoy when a man dresses up and has the blazer and the jeans and puts on his nice outfits. I can enjoy that. I think that's very sexy. If you got some Aqua de Joe, Giorgio Armani,
not,
deal. You know what
not
I
Aqua de
mean? Like,
Gio.
you know what I mean?
Not
And
Aqua de
honestly,
Gio.
me, I love wearing, and like for me, I love, like I'll say, babe, what are you wearing? The cologne, and I will spray myself with his cologne on me. Yeah, so I like that sometimes, and I'll do that.
I'm not the only one that thinks like that, because I love seeing him when he dresses up and he's
Help,
like,
Yes.
help me understand. Help me understand though. Why do you spray his cologne on you?
Honestly, like, so I know it's something that turns me on. So when I get turned on, that person gets turned on. So it's a happy night for everybody.
I'm
You
not
know
gonna.
not to ask April. You know not to ask Rain. It's after dark.
I'm not gonna deny that, right? I can understand your woman wanting to smell like you when you're not around. Like I want to smell you. Right? I want, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know about if I want to lean into my lady's neck and smell
No,
me.
but but you know what? I think
don't
it's
know
very
about that one.
sexy.
listen.
I think it's sexy. I don't know. I think it's sexy, like to put on the cologne. Like I like it. The only one that I like to wear, I love Tom Ford. I love the Tom Ford, how it smells. Some sprays, men and women don't know that they're very universal.
Yeah.
But back to thinking, like I definitely like. I'm not a woman like. I don't go like all this contouring. I don't tint my eye. I mean, thank you, mom and dad, for like the great arch eyebrows already. I do get threaded and I do get waxed. But as far as like the lashes and all that stuff, honestly, I'm liked more when my hair is curly for most people than when I blow it out straight. And honestly, it takes me more time to do my hair when it's straight than when I just go wash it and Michelle, you know what I mean. Like I have to do the plancha all the time, straight the straightening iron is how you said in English, right? So all the time. But Dave, you're right. Like honestly, yes, women definitely. I love to see, and I mean, I'm not a hater of women. I love to see. There's nothing like a beautiful woman in a sundress with a little pop of lipstick and just all looking nice in her essence. And there's nothing like a man who can do his best and put on a suit and you can see him shine and feel good, or even maybe it's his favorite jeans and his shirt or something that you met him in, and it's nothing like that first moment of seeing someone, and it may not mean as much as someone else, but it's nothing like it.
Confidence is sexy.
It
Confidence is
is.
sexy. It's sexy. I want to play something, right? We talked about a few things. We talked about the trope that men do nothing for holidays, the trope that women do everything, the trope that women plan 3 months in advance, the trope that men wait till 20 minutes before stores close on Christmas Eve. Here's what we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about the single, I'm talking about non-married. You know, they might be in a relationship. They might be talking. But we haven't talked about the single woman and the single man. check out what this lady has to say to single women if their man does or doesn't do something for the holiday. Check this out.
Ladies, there are 3 holidays that determine if your man is your man: Christmas, New Year's Eve, and Valentine's Day. If every time these holidays roll around, he's not available, you get a text, you get a call, but you never see him, then you're one of many. You're not the only one. He'll say, I don't celebrate those holidays. They man-made holidays. Baby, I love you for you. Well, listen, a man is going to make time for what he loves, and he's going to show off what he loves. And there's a difference between having a relationship that is a secret and one in private. A private relationship means that you don't put your business out here in the street. It means that you don't put it on social media. A secret relationship means that he doesn't want to be out with you at public events. He only want to see you at nighttime. He only want to talk to you on the phone. He only want to hit you up for sex. Listen, time out for a man who is trying to have a secret relationship with you. You a queen and you deserve so much more. Remember, a man is going to make time for what he values and he loves. You deserve more, queen. Stop throwing your pearls after swine. You a queen.
Now she's talking about men who don't prioritize the lady that they're seeing on holidays like Valentine's Day, New Year's, and Christmas.
So
Now we already talked about the importance. I'm coming straight to you, Juan. We already talked about the importance of Christmas. We talked about the importance of New Year's and watch night service, right? And bringing in a new year out with the old and with the new. We didn't talk about Valentine's Day. And, you know, listen, there are a lot of women out here that are not married, so they don't have a bona fide committed partner. They're not married, and they're dating. They might have a boyfriend. They might have a boo thing. They might have a relationship. They might even have a situationship. And excuse my language, we got to keep it real. They might have a fuck buddy. And they're wondering, where do I stand? Right? Some people may say, hey, babe, what are we? Hey, babe, it's the holidays. Are we doing gifts? Hey, babe, am I your main or am I your side? These are questions that have been asked. And as a single man or as a single woman, whoever is, I guess, dictating the terms of the relationship, you got to have an answer for the person that asked that question. You got to say, yeah, you know, no, we're not doing gifts like that. Oh, I thought we were. Oh, I can't get no Christmas gift. Or, yeah, we got to be kind of private. I don't really want to put it out there. Oh, so is it a secret relationship? Or are we just keeping our relationship off the internet? You see, it's a lot of questions that come in this single thing. I know the three of us are married. Rain will be back in a moment. And Rain, wave at me when you're ready. Okay, I think she's ready. Okay. Like, we may have forgotten what it's like being single and having to answer them questions at the holidays. Now, I know Rain's unmarried. I know she got a man. And I'm not trying to put your relationship on the spot.
I got a situationship that I definitely can answer this because I'm in a situation right now.
Hold on. Rain, I gotta talk to you backstage. Rain.
Yes, sir.
Rain, I am not trying to get you in trouble. Whatever you got going on, please don't throw it under the bus. We're discussing how we prioritize holidays. I don't want that man mad at the After Dark podcast.
This is an exclusive because this game right here, 2025, I'm going in either all the way or there's no way we're going to go any longer. This is a notice. And I can tell you that he has been present through all these things and he knows my situation, but it's not an ultimatum. There's ebb and flows to everything, but right now I agree. When you have these specific dates, that's fine. we have understanding there. There's some single women out there, I do understand that it's women, if you're in a situation and
Hold on, Rain. Hold on. Let me get you set up right. Is there something you want to say to somebody? Is there something you want to share, Rain? Because we can do just like that.
no, I don't want to say anything. I'll save that for later. But no, what I'm saying, what I'm just look at Juan.
I mean, listen. It sounds like he's about to go in. I'm like, you want the mic? I can give you the show. You got 3 minutes to go in.
No, I was just saying, like, for the single women out here, like, you definitely, I can listen to the woman and understand. But I also can say that some people, Valentine's Day, you never know if the man can be working. They may celebrate it. They may say, let me celebrate it, a week before. As long as they identify and aware and make it awareness of it for you and show you that they care. The holidays, who's to say what those two people do? The only two people that can speak for their relationship are the people involved. You don't know how that schedule is. In my situation, I have someone that is, their job right now is they're an engineer, but they're a type of engineer where their hours are 70 hours sometimes a week, 65 hours, or different hours. But I live an hour and a half from this person. And when I lived on the water before the hurricane, I lived 2 hours away. And he made a point to make sure that he got out there to the beach all the time.
Okay. So you were a priority.
I was a priority and I'm still a priority. But the problem for me is that, am I asking for something too fast? And he's being very honest with me, and I'm just not used to hearing no, because I didn't hear no until I got into my early 30s. My family never told me no.
Oh Lord, hold on.
And
that's a topic. Spoiled.
Yes, I'm unspoiled now. I went to rehab. I've been in rehab for
You went to rehab, Rain, for being spoiled.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have been to rehab. I have been to revival and rehabbed for that. Trust me, I have gotten some humble pie and have stuffed it in my mouth and have made sure that I have definitely become very humble. Yes, I have. So to answer the question, back to what the lady was saying, women, if you are single and you are in relationships, because it is a topic where women feel unappreciated and not valued. But if you are single and you are running into, well, I'll see you at a different time, or there's excuses. There's no excuse, because they prioritize when there's a game on. When that TV comes on and when Dave wants to watch the Bears, he's gonna make sure. But if Destiny, his wife, says, honey, I want to do this, I'm sure Dave and Destiny are going to come to the medium point. Babe, the Bears come on at 4. We're going to go to dinner. Can we be home by 3:30, 3:45 before kickoff? They're absolutely going to make it work.
There are two things I have asked for a reprieve on. I said, babe, I got to do my show at X time. Can I do my show? I've also said, babe, the Bears are on. Can I watch the Bears? Like, now, I know not to ask every damn Sunday, right? Like, if we gonna get up, we gonna go to church. If the Bears are playing while we at church, the Bears are playing while we at church. I'll have to just check the score after, right? But there are those times when it's super important. Like, I wanted to see, Caleb Williams' first game. I was like, I'm listening to the Bears right now. Oh, I'm sorry. And then she, you know what I'm saying? So my wife is great about that. Especially like the show. I'm like, okay, babe, I'm doing the show from 6 to 8. Now, right now, yikes, it's 10:30 and I'm still doing the show. So I'm gonna have to end this episode. But I try my best to not ask for those moments where it's all about me. You know what I'm saying? But there are certain moments where when Michael Jordan was playing back in the day, I had to watch Jordan play. So I'm like, back in the day, hey, I'm watching the Bulls. Please let me have 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's like when Michelle made a point in one of our, like, if you haven't seen our episodes before the year is out and you and your honey are sitting there, there's so much. The last 4 or 5 episodes have all been about relationships. And if you're going into 2025 and there's some things that you might want to discuss, these are topics that you can go into 2025 and have discussions about instead of arguments, and understand that love is love and you can love better, because we need a lot more of that in this world than all this hate and all these gender wars. And Michelle and Juan, David and Destiny, and having a person like me who can understand all of this, we build from it. And that's the most important thing. So going into 2025, for everyone, I wish everyone a better building on humans, being kind to each other, loving one another, and finding yourself. And while finding yourself, loving on your human that you have in front of you better.
Now, Rain, I hear you. I feel you. You've caught on that Dave was hinting that he has to go. So Rain, being the great panelist that she is, so let me lean into that. But I want to say this before we go. There are the video we just watched. If the man doesn't prioritize you on Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, I'm gonna be for real. As a former single guy, you need to pay attention, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
You need, hey, listen, I made time for the Bears. I made time for the podcast. I made time for the hookah bar. I wouldn't be married if the last 2 years, all I did was what Dave wanted. I had to make time for Destiny. I had to. And listen, it wasn't a chore. I wanted to. I loved being on FaceTime. I loved spending every hour we spent on the plane, on the phone, on FaceTime, right? At work, you know, Juan, at work, taking a phone call at work. Hey, yeah, no, babe, nope, I gotta do, no, yeah, I'll call you back in a second. Yeah, I'm working right now. I'll call you at the meeting. Literally at work, fitting time in to talk to my fiance. You know what I'm saying? So a man will make time. So I think the takeaway from the last video, as a former single person, is a man will make time for what's important to him. And unfortunately, ladies, if he isn't available on those 3 holidays and you only get a text, you don't see him in person, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a red flag, because like Rain said, unless he's working and he lives an hour and a half away and you know exactly that he's got 70 hours a week, that's different. But if that joker is off the week of Christmas and New Year's like I am, and he can't show up for dinner, he can't bring you a gift, he can't take you somewhere, like, yo, that's something to think about, because that means he has other priorities. You know what I'm saying? When I was single and I was dating multiple people, I had somebody ask me, what are we? Rain, she was like, I know you got other, I ain't gonna say what she said. She said bees. I know you got other bees. She was like, I just want to know, am I your main or am I the side? And I said, well, you know, I'm single. She said, I don't want to hear all that, Dave. I know you're single, but you know, we've been seeing each other. So am I the main or am I the side? And I was like, well, I mean, I am over here on Christmas. I'm the main. Oh my God. I knew you cared. Oh my God. Babe. I was like, Jesus. This is why men don't like to answer them questions, because now it puts you in a box. You see what I'm saying? Now I put you in a box. And are you going to be here on New Year's? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to church on New Year's Eve. I got other people to see. In fact, somebody.
So she was a main, but you didn't get rid of the sides.
Let me explain main and side. Let me explain main and side. All right. By way of time, she could qualify as main, but by way of affection, not quite. Because at that point in time, there was someone else that probably had a little more of my affection. And let me explain. The person that had the affection at the time was a former girlfriend. She had a title. She could make a claim, like, I was his man. I was his girl. He was my man. We were boo. This other person, it was a thing. It was a situationship. She really couldn't claim a title. So when you say, are you the main? I'm like, to be honest, if I had to go with feelings, I'm going to go with the person I had a title with. We just having fun. But from a time perspective, I've been spending a lot of time with you lately. But see, I couldn't explain all that, y'all. That would have just messed up the whole game. So I just
you wouldn't
said,
get it anymore. You wouldn't have gotten any more.
I'm glad you said that because I couldn't say it. I'm a married man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I simply said, well, I am over here on Christmas. So she's like, oh, I'm your man. Oh, babe. Oh. That didn't last. You see, I'm married. You see, I'm married. You see, I'm married to somebody totally different. That didn't last. Because I knew it wasn't going nowhere. And that's why I didn't want to answer them type of questions. So men, don't be leading these people on. Don't be leading these women on. If you're not the one and they not the main, and then just tell them straight up, hey, baby girl, I'm single. I don't want to buy you no Christmas gift, no Valentine's Day gift. I'm just having fun. Just be honest. And you got to start way before October because the gauntlet is this. The gauntlet is Memorial. What is it? No, Labor Day. Labor Day? Labor Day is in September? Labor Day. Thanksgiving. Christmas. New Year's. MLK. Valentine's Day. That's like 6 in a row. If you're not the one, you need to tell her before Labor Day, I am just having fun. Let's not take this serious. Because she's going to be expecting gifts and time. And it's a gauntlet of holidays. So
I have a question for Dave and Juan. Is it just really quickly? So even actually, Michelle, I love your point of view. So I got to hear it from you. I love the rawness that you give. Like, I love it. So here's a question. What if you have someone, this is in the stage of not being married, but the person definitely has laid out a plan and a vision board for the way that they want the relationship to go because they're like, I've been married twice and I cannot pull the wrong trigger again. And I definitely am they're being so honest with you. And they're like, I'm exclusively with you, but I just can't pull the wrong trigger. So give me this time to get these things in order. And this is how it's going to go. But you're wanting to go faster because you're a spoiled brat in their eyes.
I want to answer this. Juan, can I answer this?
Yeah, go for it.
And the reason I want to answer is because I feel like you've been married a lot longer. And so you may have lost touch with the game. Okay. I'm just saying he's married. Let Juan be a married man. Let Juan be a married man. I'm going to say this as a person that's been married 3.5 months. That's some bullshit. You the one, you the one. When Destiny was the one, it wasn't I need time to figure it out. I'm not saying the person's lying, and I'm not talking about your guy if this is your guy, but in a woman in that situation, he may not be lying, but he's telling you I ain't ready. And guess what? I don't think you the one. Because a man will move heaven and earth if you the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And on that note,
I agree.
we done. That's the end, y'all. I'll see y'all in 2025. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's After Dark Podcast. Subscribe on YouTube, man. I'm going to see y'all. Thanks, everybody, for joining. 2025, man. We out. Peace.